Welcome back to Lost Legacies. I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam. And I'm
Welcome
riled
back,
up.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know why, but we're riled up today.
Hey man, it's we're recording this days before Thanksgiving, so it's crazy to work in retail this time, especially when you're understaffed.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I do have a joke for you, Sam.
Okay.
This today. Why did the non-binary prospector head to the west?
I don't know.
There was gold in them there hills.
Now that's good. Now that's funny.
See, I just had to bring a smile to your face. Now we can begin.
That was great.
Guys, welcome back to, I guess officially this is our final official episode of the year. Because after this, well, I guess first off, by the time this airs, happy Thanksgiving. I hope y'all had a good one. I hope you ate too much and slept well.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the last episode. Do keep your notifications on because in a few weeks we're going to drop our bonus special Christmas episode.
Woohoo!
We'll see what we can do with that. It'll be fun. But yeah, so if I'm looking at the calendar right now, outside of the Christmas special, it looks like we're not going to be back until January 15th.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
Nice
going to give
break.
Sam and I time to take some time off, enjoy the holidays, and then actually start watching Dark so we can record these episodes and get going for January 15th.
Yep.
We're going to jump straight into Dark Season 2.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll probably have to recap our holiday and all that stuff. So
it
might be a little extra long episode. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, before the holiday season, what do you want for Christmas?
Oh, jeez. Don't ask me that. I'm already having a hard time putting together my Christmas list for everyone.
I know.
You know,
the world's on fire. Kind of seems weird to put the things I want down on paper.
Yeah.
The things, the
tangible
stuff.
Objects. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whereas I'm over here just I don't know. I want world peace. I want gas prices to go down. I want to not work.
Gas isn't too bad right now. Well,
true.
Yeah.
But they could be lower.
Yeah,
they could be so much lower, I'm just I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
You know, I want to have an actual holiday where and not just for me. I want everyone to have a holiday where we can all just sit in and relax.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I want. Maybe some comic books and D&D books. That would be nice.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, my job's not bad, but I would like to get paid more for doing something I love. That would be nice. So I don't know. Speaking of which, though, I guess I should have brought this up in the schedule. Also, during these next couple weeks that we're going to be off, I'm going to be working on our YouTube channel, The Hidden City Book Company, which basically is our umbrella, which Lost Legacies and The Adventures of Cinnamon and Oatmeal fall under. Starting a YouTube page, and I figured this is perfect time because we're gonna not be doing the podcast for a couple weeks, so I'm gonna work on that. The goal is for January. By the time we get into Dark Season 2, I'm gonna have all of Dark Season 1, that audio up on YouTube. No way I'm doing the rest of Lost, 5 seasons of Lost. So I just I'm like, okay, I'm going to start where we're at now. Just do season 1, upload that.
Okay.
And then also, I think I had mentioned before, I'm going to try and not stream, but do my video game playthrough series. I finally decided on the game I wanted to start with. The one and only Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Hey.
This time last year, I was neck deep in it. I think. Yeah, it was around this time of the year it came out. And it's been a good 6 months since I've played it. So I hope I remember how. But starting from scratch. Also, so when I upload it, Sam could experience the game by watching my videos.
Yay!
So I know that's one guaranteed viewer I will have.
Watch, I opened my computer, but I'm doing something else.
Dude, put it in the background. It's fine. Yeah.
While I'm cooking, while I'm doing laundry,
Yeah. And I think it's such a great story. It's so cool. I love the Marvel universe, and I think it's the best like Marvel video game, at least that I've played.
Mm,
Yeah, man, it's up there with I remember Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. Love those. I really love this one.
mm,
It's like it's up there with I want to say like the Mass Effect series, the way you can make friends with you like with your Mass Effect, you had your crew and you get to recruit people. It's the same way,
yeah.
except you're recruiting these famous superheroes, and you're getting to become best buds with them. The only downside is there's no romance because they're copyrighted Marvel characters,
Mm,
but you just become really good friends with everyone, And it's a little cheesy, but it's cool. It's fun. Like you're living with these characters every day, and it's a fun, wild ride. So
yeah.
it's up there, like, you know, like just beneath Baldur's Gate 3 for me, because Baldur's Gate 3 has some very interesting friendship and romance like mechanics as well as the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, while everyone was playing Hogwarts Legacy, I was playing Marvel's Midnight Suns, which I think was just a cooler, more magical, supernatural experience than anything else. So
Indeed.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and so hopefully that's up. That's gonna start going online as well in January. So throughout the next couple weeks, I'll probably start slowly adding stuff uh,
Okay.
until I don't know our official launch. I don't know. We're not really doing anything, so official launch sounds a little big, epic, but
Yeah.
yeah. I was corrected by this is another instance of what should we call this segment? You're wrong, Matt. I don't know. But last
You're
week,
wrong, man.
last week we were talking about the frontal lobes. Yes, I was notified that everyone has frontal lobes. I knew that, but I think what I said was, and I caught it in the edit. Like, yeah, they don't have the frontal lobes. I was like, yeah, okay, I see. I see where that sounded weird. Everyone has frontal lobes. It's just yeah, as I was informed, they're not fully developed until age 26, I think, ish.
Okay.
So, but you do have frontal lobes. Except for me, I guess, because I couldn't remember that or whatever.
Hey, Matt.
Uh,
Life is hard.
yeah. Um yeah, so I think these next couple that's kind of what I'm going to be doing through the holiday season,
Mm-hmm.
working on this YouTube channel. But also D&D. So, there's a lot of D&D news, Sam.
Okay.
Last week the D&D Adventures channel premiered
You told
on
me this. Yeah.
Amazon Freevee. It's a free app
Yeah.
you can get anywhere except desktop computers, which is weird.
Huh.
So you get phones, iPhones, and PlayStation, whatever, everywhere except your desktop. But it's a free
Hmm.
app, Amazon Freevee, and there's just a lot of free TV on there with ads, ad supported for sure. I don't think there's
Mm-hmm.
like an adless option. But the new channel is Dungeons and Dragons Adventures, and it's Dungeons and Dragons 24/7. So it's a mix of stuff. I think like the cartoon, like the animated series might be on there.
Oh,
I have
interesting.
seen like older actual plays. And like I don't know what constitutes like or basically like I don't know how you get on this channel
Mm.
because I think the one I saw was a high rollers game. Uh but as far as I know, like they're their own thing. I know they've crossed over and they've actually worked for Wizards of the Coast on certain things, but I don't think they've ever actually been like, oh, this is a Wizards thing. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong, I could be totally wrong. I don't know, but so it's just kind of weird. I'm like, oh, that's plain okay. So I don't know. Like, I doubt you're going to see Critical Role on there. For sure,
Yeah.
you're not going to get Dimension 20. Because those are their own things. Like, I don't know who qualifies to be shown on this. Essentially, it's a network that they've made. and they
Mm-hmm.
have like a like kind of classic television block. Okay, new episodes are this day, this time, and this time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, and it is weird that it's live. So like you have to turn in at a certain time to watch this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which I know. We were
Yeah.
born with in that, but like we haven't really had to do that for some time.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think it's gonna be streaming. These shows will be streaming at some point,
Okay.
but it's kind of weird. Like there's a reason why that's not the go-to model anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird. I did check out their new show, Encounter Party,
Mm-hmm.
which was a podcast that has now made a very huge jump into this television realm. With they have this huge set. You can tell a lot of money behind this production. The style of game is very interesting, but it's like it's a unique format if you're looking at actual play shows because it's built for TV. So
Mm-hmm.
like they have built-in ad breaks. So like they kind of have, which I mean, it is a credit to the players and the DM because like they have to figure out, okay, we're gonna need an ad break soon. How can we do a cool like stop? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like almost the opposite of what most actual plays are, which are just like, hey, this is just a game between friends or whatever. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, no, we're giving you something new. You've never really seen this before. It's not scripted, it's improvised, but it's still you know, like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a very unique television watching experience.
Yeah. It's very strange.
Very strange. I'm not sure I like that. I like the show and the DM and the players are really good, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, this is weird. I feel like I would have too much going on in the background, like in my head, like, okay, where's the commercial breaks gonna be? And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And like I told you, like the DM doesn't know when the episodes are gonna end. Like he can end the game, but he doesn't know where the editors are gonna end the episodes. I was like,
Mm.
oh, weird.
Yeah. That is weird.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I don't know. That just feels complicated.
it does. So far, it seems to be working. Um, but like I was watching this episode, and like there's a scene where the DM takes a player off stage to go have like a private conversation with. So the
Mm-hmm.
camera follows, and we get to see this private moment with the DM and the player and the character. And then they walk back, and everyone's still sitting at the table. I'm like, man, that's weird. You know, I mean, that's the way it would really work if you're in an apartment somewhere. Like, okay, we're gonna go have this chat like in the bedroom or whatever, so y'all don't
Yeah.
know what's going on with the character. So I get that. It's just I don't know. It's weird. Like they're trying to make it this television experience. Uh, I'm just interested to see how far they can go with that.
Yeah.
Because something like that is very much like an in-game thing. Like, okay, you have people literally waiting on you, but I don't know. I'm scared and I'm confused. But I'm excited to see what happens. And like the first adventure, it's a murder mystery set like on a cruise liner. I'm like, oh, I like this a lot.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like so a fantasy cruise liner, of course. The other shows they did premiere were a Heroes Feast, which is a D&D cooking show based off of the popular book,
That's right.
which
That's
I
right.
own. I haven't got to check that out. I want to. The other one I haven't seen yet is what's it called? Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it's Matthew Lillard's show. I'm not too. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know the exact specifics, but I think the purpose of these episodes are like one-offs. Like your character is going to die in this adventure.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's
Interesting.
like a new cast every episode, and they might even be level one. Like I don't know. But if I remember when they were pitching it, when they first started talking about this network, I think that's what they were talking about. Also, the throwback, the title, very
It's faster pussycat kill kill.
yeah, yeah. I'm like that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Um,
So wait, it's what's the conceit of the show then? Is that it's
I
just a new cast every episode, but they're
I
doing like the
think
same adventure?
no, I think it's different, but I think it's like, can you survive or what can you do? But basically,
Oh.
the way it seemed like we're putting these level one characters in really bad situations where like we're purposely trying to kill them and to see how they survive.
Oh,
If
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
correct, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Uh yeah, and I'm like, that's
That's
interesting.
interesting.
I've seen them do a couple of like the meat grinder sessions on like in their previous the cons, and I forgot what Wizards has. It's like the special like D&D thing where they talk about all the new stuff coming out and they play games the way they used to, before COVID and everyone would get together. They would have like their meat grinder session where it's like, okay, everyone bring a character sheet, and like as soon as you die, you leave the table. So you have like 15 people behind the curtain waiting to step in. So as soon as the character leaves, someone else fills their seat. I was like,
Mm,
oh, geez.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, I'm looking it up right now. Faster purple worm kill kill. 4 first level characters, 1 epic monster. Certain death. Wow. Wow, that's literally all it says. I'm like, okay, all right.
Hey, you know what? I like it. The
I
the
I,
the
I like
simpler the
it.
better.
Yeah, exactly. And I like Matthew Lillard, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to try he's got like a nerdy like whiskey line.
He has another company called Quest and Whiskey, which that's the one that's the D&D whiskey. So they have the Paladin. I think that's the first one. I don't know if there's any other out yet. So apparently each whiskey is going to be based off of a different character. And that's going to determine like how it tastes a certain way and blah blah blah. It's going to be,
Hmm.
which is kind of weird to me because I'm just like, well, I don't know this character.
Mm-hmm.
So none of that really means anything to me. Like,
Mm.
oh, it tastes like this and this. So it's kind of just guessing. Like, all right, I'll see if this tastes good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
opposed to just saying, oh, this is a paladin whiskey. Oh, this is a wizard whiskey.
Yeah.
So unless they're only going to make 12 of them, but then that would be okay.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's more related to the character than it is like the class,
Mm.
which is fine. That kind of leaves it open so they could do anything they want. They could kind of mix it up as time goes on.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So, listeners, if you want to get me and Sam anything for Christmas, Paladin Plus One is back on sale right now.
Hey.
Oh, there's a sign up list. So please sign up now so me and Sam will receive it before Christmas.
Please sign up now.
Yeah. I've been drinking honey whiskey again, Jack Daniels, because I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
it just this time of year reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they have like a Christmas blend or a Christmas whiskey, I wasn't a fan of it though.
Mm.
So yeah,
I don't know. I
me
wasn't
good old honey
invited to try
whiskey.
it.
The what?
I wasn't invited to try it.
I, I guess not. I think I tried it and I'm like, no, I don't like this. So I didn't give it to anyone else. I'm like, I'll spare you.
Wow.
So one of the favorite drinks I've ever had, and I know I've mentioned it to you before, but it was at
Mhm.
Genghis Grill in Corpus Christi. Oh, I
Oh my
love
god.
love
You're
Genghis Grill.
you're always talking about Genghis Grill.
Did we figure out if there's one in town?
I
Man,
think
because I am always talking about
I think
Genghis
we
Grill.
did.
Just give me the meats. Which ones? All of them. So I got this drink. It was a Blue Moon Fireball whiskey, which essentially just a pint of Blue Moon beer, and they drop in a shot of Fireball whiskey.
Mm-hmm,
Well, I
mm-hmm.
don't know why. Because of science, the whiskey kind of stays towards the bottom. So as you start drinking it, it slowly trickles its way up top through the beer.
Mm-hmm.
So your first sip, it probably tastes like Blue Moon beer. But as you start drinking, it starts getting warmer and warmer. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Blue Moon Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey.
Oh my. Okay.
Cinnamon is the key ingredient.
Uh-huh.
Because Blue Moon is great, and you start to feel the fire, but that cinnamon, man, ties it all together.
Mm-hmm.
The only way I could describe this drink is that it tastes like Christmas morning. Oh, and I could just feel my insides warming up. I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, joy. And
Is
God
this,
bless us, everyone.
wow. This
Yeah,
is how wow.
dude, that's why I
Interesting.
say like it tastes like Christmas morning.
Christmas
I was
morning.
Tiny Tim.
Wow.
I was like, man, yeah,
So in for the sake of secrecy, and keeping Matt and I's location secret from the rest of the world,
yeah.
I'll just say, Matt, in town there are 3 Genghis Grill locations.
What?
2 of them are temporarily closed.
Oh, oh God. They found me.
They found you, yeah. Yeah. But there is one that is open right now. It has 3.9 stars on Google Maps. And it closes at 10 p.m.
Oh,
So
let's go right now. All right.
yeah,
See you
let's
guys.
go. Listeners, we're heading out to the Genghis Grill.
We're taking the show on the road.
Show on the road.
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
man. What
Okay.
one day we might.
One day.
The road show.
Did I took you there, right?
Yeah, you took me.
I don't think I took the parents.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm gonna have to change that. Awesome. Oh man.
What if we do that for my birthday? Hey, we're gonna change it up. We're not doing pizza or burgers this time.
Genghis Grill.
We're going to Genghis Grill.
I love it. Man.
What if we do that for your birthday?
You know how far away that is, Sam? I want it now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Hey,
still want to do
Christmas Eve. We'll
Genghis
go
Grill.
there.
I still want to do my Downton Abbey themed birthday party, but I just feel like it's going to be expensive to get everything all looking fancy and to dress up because I can't show up in my jeans, you know?
That's true. You can't.
Ah, Downton Abbey. One of the best shows I've ever watched. That's something we should do next year. We should do like our top shows because we did our top movies.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, top shows would be good.
And I'm still finding movies that I left off my list.
I know you texted me this weekend. You were like, Sam, The Gray.
I know.
I left The Gray off my list.
What was that? Carnahan, right? Joe Carnahan?
Yeah, Joe Carnahan.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Whereas me, I'm like, no, I think that's solid. Yeah,
The two
I think
that
every choice about it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what I would kick off, but the 2 movies that I left off was The Gray, which just as a filmmaker, like I love that movie, especially when it came out at that time in my life. I was like, oh my God. But then also easily, probably in my top 5, I can't believe I forgot it, was Beasts of the Southern Wild. Oh man.
That's
right.
right.
I don't cry that often in movies, but that's one of those movies like that'll always get me to cry. Such a good one. The music was so beautiful. I'm a very musical guy, listeners. I have no musical talent in my body whatsoever, and I think that just makes me more receptive to music around me. Because I'm so just inspired and influenced by music. And the score for Beasts of the Southern Wild is one of, if not my favorite film score of all time. Yeah. That's another episode we should do. Favorite film scores.
Favorite film score. Geez.
Yeah, we just got to start doing these little lists, like between seasons or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Any plans for the holidays?
Well, like Thanksgiving?
Well, no, just like in general. Anything you want to get done before the end of the year?
Oh, jeez.
Like fun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Matt.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have fun stuff to do before the end of the year, Sam. Let's move on.
Yeah, Matt. What about you?
No. I just want to beat Baldur's Gate 3 already, man. Like it sucks because it's not a game you can just jump on and play for like an hour, you know? Like I'm the kind of guy who jump on and play Call of Duty after dinner just to kind of relax. You know, hour and a half, maybe longer, maybe. It depends on how bad I get my butt kicked or how much butt I'm kicking. But
Mm-hmm.
usually, I just play not too much. Baldur's Gate 3, that's like one combat. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Like last week, I want to say it was a Thursday or Friday. I got on. I was like, you know what? I haven't played all week. Let's go get this quest. Let's go do it. 2 minutes into the game, I'm in combat. I was like, ugh. By the time it ended, I was like, man, I gotta get ready for bed. It's like, damn it. It's fun. It's hella fun. But it's a tactical role playing game that takes time, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like us, guys, we'll jump on Fortnite, Sam and I, with some friends and play for usually about 2 hours, maybe a little longer. But that's fun. That's cool. Then the next day, I find myself thinking, like, that's what I want for Baldur's Gate. I just want to play 2 to 3 hours every night. I would have beat it by now.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true,
Yeah.
but it's the journey, man. It's the
It is
journey
the journey.
along the way.
And it's starting to wrap up because, like, I'm in Act 3 and I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I get all the characters done so I can spend as much time with them as possible before I finish this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm already planning on what character I want to play in my second playthrough. Because this is a game where you could do multiple playthroughs.
Oh, 100%.
There's so much variety you could do. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
whether by choice or not. Because it's all comes down to the dice rolls.
Do you have the speak with animal spell?
I use potions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
I'm playing a fighter.
See,
So,
right there. I feel like you're missing half the dialogue options right there, man.
well, no, not really, because I have the potions. I usually pop one every morning. I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna go talk to my dog. What's his name? I forgot what the dog's name is. Spring? Sprocket? I don't know. Something like that.
Sprowfaz.
I have a dog and I have a little baby owl bear.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Speaking of rolling dice, did I mention this last episode? I bought a new tabletop role playing game. I don't know what's called. Marvel's tabletop role playing game.
Oh, that's right.
Whatever the new Marvel one is called.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Like, I haven't got to play it, but I've been reading the rules and stuff, and I'm excited. And you're gonna have to get yourself a copy, maybe if you're good for Christmas, because listeners, Sam has been wanting to run like a superhero tabletop game for years. Probably even before he was interested in D&D. He's wanted to do a superhero tabletop role playing game.
I guess so, yeah.
I felt like you were ready when you were born. You're like,
yeah, it was.
Let's be some superheroes.
And like what watching Dimension 20 has, really like it's given me so much of a boost, the creative booster. I'm like, you can do anything. So then I'm like, I'm thinking, I sent you the whole list of things that, like, here's what I would do for my Dimension 20 side quest season. This is what I would do. I've got these games lined up, yeah, and a superhero one was on there. I haven't delved deep enough into the different game systems that are out there, so that I could like start one myself. So
yeah, I don't know. I've made a few characters in this Marvel one, and because I love making characters, I'm just really fascinated by like these kind of mechanics. So even though I'm not really familiar with the way the game works yet, I'm working my way through it, and I'm excited, man. I think it'll be cool. I think maybe this is probably something that'll be easier for Dad to get into because it's like, oh, it's Marvel,
Yeah,
I don't know how interested I would be in running a game.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like you would know more about the Marvel world than I do. So I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't know more about this. But for sure, I want to play in it. I would like to give it a try. Yeah, I want to check out Candela Obscura. I want to see if I can do, because me and horror, I'm not a big horror kind of fan. So I want to kind of see like what exactly is this rule set, and can I tweak it? Of course, because I like to. I was gonna say I like to tweak. I'm a
Don't
tweaker.
say
No,
that.
no, that's
Don't
not
say
true.
that. No, stop it.
Homebrew. I'm a brewer. I like to homebrew my own rules,
Sure.
just to make things fit better with me in the table.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really curious, like if I can, and also if I need to homebrew anything of Candela, to make it kind of more of like an adventure game, maybe.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really. It's not like the combat isn't as detailed as like D&D. So it's like, is an adventure game something more suited to D&D, or is this, or is it this Candela? I think it's called Illuminated World System. Is it Illuminated
Yeah.
Worlds? And that's what I'm kind of curious about. What exactly is that system that this game is built on?
Mm-hmm.
So also, and I'm just waiting for Daggerheart.
Yeah.
Apparently, I
Yeah.
missed it. They put out a call like, "Hey, does anyone want to play test this?" And I missed it. I didn't get to sign up for it.
Dang it, Matt. Come
That
on.
would have been awesome, man.
Have the notifications up.
Yeah, I know.
We could have done something with cinnamon and oatmeal.
Ooh, I know. Said a
The
Daggerheart, right?
the first side quest.
Yeah. I've thought about doing like a prequel. Well, one, we just got to keep going with the show, but
Yeah.
eventually, maybe between seasons, do like a prequel, like a one shot or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like because you and I both know Cinnamon and Oatmeal, they have a history and they have a story long before the first episode of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be cool to kind of jump into like a prequel one shot with a whole different set of game mechanics.
Whole
Especially
different
because
setting.
yeah, because one, the setting would be quote unquote real world,
Yeah.
but also like something like Candela, where like there is magic and there is supernatural for sure, but mechanically, it's not like D&D. You
Mm-hmm.
don't pick a class and you get like 5 spells at level 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's something much different, and I'm like, okay, that would be interesting to see.
Hmm.
Okay, end of the year. What movies are coming out? What do we have left? Silent Night. That's the only one I know about.
Yeah.
Right? I really want to see that.
Yeah. Really want to see that. Uh Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
never saw the first one.
Yeah. I don't know. It was fun.
I like Patrick Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's in it. He's in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because I don't know, spoilers for Aquaman comics and potentially the movie, this new movie. It looks like they're pulling from a very famous run of Aquaman where he has a kid
Uh-huh.
and Black Manta kills his kid.
Ooh.
And
I
I
don't know.
and I know we as comic fans are like, oh, death kind of doesn't mean anything, but it's like that's kind of the one death that is stuck this whole time is Aquaman's baby.
Yeah.
At
I don't
least to my
know.
knowledge. So, it's like seems pretty hardcore, but also it's like
It's a
it's
PG-13
so
movie.
yeah, well, yeah, yeah. It's
Like,
PG-13, but also like it is visually stunning and eye-popping,
mhm.
but I think that's kind of to its detriment when you're talking about a story like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll see. We'll see if James Wan can really pull it off and kill that baby.
God. Yeah. I seriously doubt that's gonna happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, because the rumor was that it does happen, and like the test audiences didn't like it.
Mm,
So I guess I don't know. The trailer just made the movie look way too fun. I don't know
yeah.
how you can have a fun movie with that,
Yeah.
unless it's safe to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And
Did you
Aquaman's
know?
baby died on the way to its home planet.
Yeah, did you know Rebel Moon and Army of the Dead are in the same universe?
What?
So Army of the Dead was getting an anime series,
Yeah.
and Zack Snyder kind of just dropped it halfway because like he started focusing on Rebel Moon.
Mm,
one of the episodes somehow, don't ask me how, Sam, in the Army of the Dead anime, they end up going into like a parallel dimension, and they end up going to like this bar where other people from parallel dimensions come into. And there's art of this, and one of the aliens, the creature, shows up in there that is a species in Rebel Moon. So although they're different dimensions, they technically they could connect,
Hmm,
which I thought was interesting.
that's interesting.
I was thinking about Army of the Dead just today while I was at work. I was like, man, it was an interesting movie. Like, it wasn't bad,
Hmm.
but I was really disappointed, especially because like I love Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead.
Hmm.
I was really disappointed with this. I was like, okay, it's gonna be Dawn of the Dead, but more with like action, like an action movie.
Hmm.
Not really. Like yeah, there was more action, but not really. But anyway, like a a lot of like Snyder adds a lot of cool stuff into the film, but like I really have to question like, was this in the script or did they just come up with this like on the day? You
Mm.
know, because like I don't want to get too far into it, but there are some things in the film that kind of question the genre, you know? And it's like, okay, maybe this is an action zombie flick that might tear a little into science fiction, and like I'm
Mm.
all for that, but it's just tease and nothing comes from it. And I'm
Mm.
like, what the heck? And there's like several moments. It's not just like one scene I'm talking about. There are several things that happen in this movie that kind of lead you to believe, if you're paying attention, lead you to believe like, wait a minute, Zack Snyder's building something here,
Yeah.
something big. I'm like, okay, who knows if we'll ever get that or not.
Yeah.
Maybe after Rebel Moon, and he's gonna do something smaller, you know. But yeah,
Sure. Sure,
yeah,
Zach.
I don't know.
I
So
don't know. Weird. I am weirdly pumped for Rebel Moon.
dude, I've been saying it forever. I'm a Zack Snyder fan. I just keep him away from superheroes. I don't
Mm.
like his superhero stuff.
Mm. Yeah.
Maybe because I am a fan of DC and I don't like his take. So maybe if
I
he came up with his own unique characters, who knows? Maybe I would.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I agree. Um Also, Rebel Moon's getting like a prequel comic.
nice.
So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know what else. I feel like there was another like big movie that was coming out this year
Uh,
in December, but I guess not. I mean, there is other stuff that is like still coming out, but I just off the top of my head don't know.
yeah. Rebel Moon, I think we mentioned it maybe in the past. They were making a TTRPG,
Were
and
they?
then yeah, oh, you didn't hear about that?
Hmm.
So Netflix worked with I forgot what company it is. They're kind of a big third-party company uh to start working on this tabletop role-playing game. And Zack Snyder gave them a lot of just leeway and a lot of notes and stuff. They said like their first draft of the books, oh, and it was fast. Like they only had like something from like the date of like signing the contract to the time shit went down was like 3 months or something. But their
Oh wow.
first draft, they said, was something like 1,000 pages or something ridiculous like that of
Whoa.
like lore and backstory and all of this stuff. And like so they were having to cut it down.
Hmm.
We don't really know what happens, but Netflix drops the project mid project. They say so. What happens was this company takes the game to Gen Con, which is like the big tabletop convention of the year,
Yeah.
and they take it to like try it out and stuff. And they were showing art. Apparently, this is Netflix excuse. The company breaks contract by sharing art and all this stuff that they shouldn't have. That's why they quote unquote that's why they canceled the project.
What?
The thing is though, the game company did this with Netflix. There was a Netflix employee there showing the art, showing the game. This was all approved. And that's why the company's just saying like, no, this has nothing to do with it. They had it out. Like their theory is Netflix canceled the project so they can make a Rebel Moon video game.
Mm.
And that was the goal. They're taking all that hard work that this company did and they're going to pump it into this video game. That's the theory. That's what this company is claiming. And I mean, writing's kind of on the wall here, you know?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
company's suing them because like they canceled the project for no good reason. And there's
Mhm.
like they had all the proof and the proof is they had all the permissions they needed. They literally had Netflix there helping them show this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so everything's up in limbo right now. But yeah, man, that just sucks, you know? Like especially seeing the trailer, I'm like, this would have made a great campaign world, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. So I don't know
Yeah.
what that was like a few months ago, so I don't know like what the update is on that.
Okay.
But yeah, that blows, man.
I
So, other tabletop news. This we're just talking all the tabletop stuff. I guess because so many games are coming out because the holidays, and in 2024 is going to be filled with
Mhm.
games.
Mhm.
And it's all because D&D is celebrating its 50th anniversary next year, so they're taking up a big chunk. Uh, all the backlash for all the stuff they pulled with the Open Games license created all these other companies trying to make their own games
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
fear of D&D and Wizards. So all those games are coming out next year. It's just we're going to be flooded. Like, yeah, it's going to be nuts.
It's like it's going to be Christmas all year long.
Yeah. Well, Adventure Time was getting a role playing game, and then they kind of just like stopped, and they're like, "No, you know what? We're just gonna make this fifth edition and moving
Yeah,
forward." I was
I
like,
heard that.
"Wow!" I was like, "Okay." I mean,
Yeah. A lot of people are upset about that.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they were already playtesting it or what. So, like, that would make sense if like the feedback was very negative, or they just realized it's going to
Mhm.
take so much to get this game to a point where we can share it with the world.
Mhm.
That's where I can understand. Okay, let's go fifth edition.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the mindset I'm in right now because I'm trying to learn and pay attention to all these new games coming out, and in the back of my head, I'm thinking, how can I make a cinnamon and oatmeal game? You
Yeah.
know. But the main question I'm really keep running into is like, do I need to make this its own game, or can I just do this with D&D fifth edition?
Mm.
Now, there are some games out there seem pretty cool that are coming out, and I've been following them for a while, but I'm watching gameplay and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know why you just don't play fifth edition.
Mm.
Well, I know why, and it's again because all of this came out because people were afraid that they couldn't use D&D anymore. They couldn't
Yeah.
use fifth edition, so they had to go make their own games. Because I'm looking at the stuff, I'm like, this is just a very homebrewed version of 5e.
Mm.
Would it be easier just to stick with 5e? Gameplay wise, I'm not even talking about business wise, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so I don't know. But granted, I haven't played these games. It's just kind of what I'm learning and seeing and stuff like that. And because on the other hand, to contradict myself, all these other games I'm watching, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to add that to my games. So it's getting to the point where like I'm using so much homebrew. Am I even using fifth edition anymore? It's the whole the ship of Theseus thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I even Vision?
Are you even a robot, man?
I don't know. Yeah. So, but I just wish them all success
Mm-hmm.
and fortune and glory because, man, the world's on fire, but it seems like nerds are going to be there to inherit it, whatever's left.
Wow, that's your takeaway? Is
I
this
don't
how we're
know,
gonna
man.
end the episode? The
That's
world's
it,
on
guys. Good
fire.
night. Happy
The
holidays.
world's on fire, but the nerds are gonna inherit what's left.
Well,
Wow.
it's just so weird,
I
man, because
I'm gonna be king of the cinder, all right?
that's our that's our world. We live in this nerddom. You know, everything we do is a niche of some sort. Is genre. You
Hmm.
know, you made a freaking horror movie a couple of months ago. You know, like we're
That's
in it,
true.
man. Uh, and it's just compare that to like when we were in high school. You know, it's only been 18 years for me, you know,
A little over 10 for me, yeah.
not a full 2 decades, but it's just to see the way the world's changed so much, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I never would have guessed, you know, like, oh
Hmm.
man, I could actually, I could, I could keep it like high school Matt would never believe in a world where like I can grow up and still be into the things I'm into but not be a loser, not be made fun of it, not be
Yeah.
bullied because of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was incomprehensible to me.
Hmm.
So yeah. And I think it's also because of that. We were the kids paying the money for the tickets for Lord of the Rings,
Hmm.
for the Star Wars prequels, you know?
Hmm.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. No, that's
Awesome.
true. It was weird because yeah, it like I caught sort of like the tail end of that back
Mhm.
in middle school, like yeah, like being made fun of for, liking comic books, or anything like that. It's like that's too nerdy,
Yeah.
you know. So I had amassed all this knowledge and of comics and stuff, and then yeah, it was real weird seeing like the shift uh once like Lord of the Rings and like the Spider-Man movies started coming out and like that started shifting, and then it was like, hey, like this is in. So then I remembered like like for lack of a better term, to keep with the tropes, like the jocks would come up to me and they'd just be like, hey, you know about comic books, right? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, so what's up with Spider-Man? Like what, he's part of an alien, or like he becomes an alien at some point? What's up with that? And I'm just sitting there at lunch like,
Actually,
no.
it's his suit.
Yeah, it's like, well, actually, it's an alien symbiote that like becomes his suit that has its own personality. It's like, so then he becomes angry. Yeah, it feeds off of his insecurities, and he gets angry and more powerful. And it's like, that's badass. That's cool. All right, man. I'll see you. I was like, yeah, I'll see
Yeah.
you too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that was a weird time. And then yeah, like growing into like high school, like I kind of didn't have anything to do with that. And I was kind of a social butterfly. Like I was around all the cliques.
Yeah.
I knew somebody in every group, so I was like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?" Yeah, yeah. Uh
Me too, but I
yeah.
wasn't the social butterfly. I was the moth.
Oh, I
I was
see.
in all the cliques, but I was alone in the corner.
Oh, you were one of the kids underneath the stairs.
I was the guy in the meme, like at the party, where he's like, whatever he says, like they don't realize blah blah blah, and everyone does.
Yeah, it's like, no,
That
we
was
do.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
we
you.
do. What a world! What a time to be alive! Oh man.
All
Well,
right. Well, you know what? Yeah, you can find me.
it's been a heck of a year, Sam. I've had fun on this podcast.
Yeah.
Uh, it's been a nice, uh, not an escape because I don't like that. I don't like the concept of oh I just do this because I need an escape. It kind of
Hmm.
reminds me of like the guilty pleasure. Like I have guilty pleasures, man. I just have I just
Pleasures?
pleasure. I just have pleasures. There's nothing wrong with a little pleasure in yourself, you know? Yeah. If you want to watch Star Trek, watch Star Trek. You know,
Hmm.
pleasure yourself. There you go. as much and as often as you need, man. We're a society that is becoming more and more aware of our mental health. Just do whatever you have to do to hang on, to keep going, and to really the goal is to do it, not things that provide escapism, but to do things that inspire you,
Yeah.
And to me, that's a big thing of we've talked about this before, how like I have so much difficulty sitting down watching movies and stuff. I'm just like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not into this. I'm not, And a big part of that is like, I don't know, for whatever world, I don't know if it has to do with the world around me or whatever I'm going through at the time, but like I've just been feeling this big disconnect. So like I'm very, whatever I'm looking for, like I just want to feel, it, So yeah, so like this show is needless to say, the show isn't a guilty pleasure or an escape. It's just fun, and we get to talk about all sorts of stuff, which is crazy, Half our podcast has been about Lost, and now we're going into dark. But think of like the plethora of topics we have talked about on this podcast.
That is very true.
It's wild, man. It's insane. Yeah. I think we have a award-winning podcast if we stop watching TV. Yeah. So needless to say, I've had fun this year, Sam. It's been good. We hit our 3-year mark and completely forgot about it.
Yep.
So we did not celebrate whatsoever.
True to form.
We'll do something next year.
Hopefully, if we remember.
Yeah, if we remember. We'll get like the big family meal from McDonald's.
20-piece McNuggets.
20-piece McNuggets.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Listeners, thank you for joining us for 2023. What a ride. We made it this far. We hope you're back in about a month when we drop our Christmas episode. Don't know what we're doing yet. We're going to try and get Dad on the pod because it's been a while since he's been on. We're just going to talk holiday stuff. But and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program. What did I say? January 15th, I believe.
15th, yeah.
January 15th. So like, subscribe, rate, and review, because those things do help us a lot. Our numbers have been going up steadily, and it's been weird because we stopped Lost and now we're starting Dark. So I don't know if we're losing people or we're replacing them with new people. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. We're replacing them with new people.
Probably.
So, but it's cool to have people who are able to tell me, nope, Matt, you're actually wrong. Please keep educating me if I'm wrong. I want to know so I could learn and get better. But yeah, it's a cool little community that we're building here, and I hope to be doing this for a very long time, Sam. We have 300 seasons to get through before we get to the 100 season 1.
Dang.
Yeah. So, as always, I'm on Twitter at _Matt Jimenez. Send me an X or a tweet or whatever. Or see, because it's even called retweet. It's just so.
It's built into the name.
I know, exactly.
Like you
re-X my post. It just sounds
you absolute dunce.
It's so stupid.
You buffoon.
Anyway, I would also be on Instagram at Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
And you can find me on Twitter, where you can tweet at me and retweet me. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at Real. That's REEL Texas Weirdo.
So until next time, guys. We're not talking about Lost or Dark. What do we say? Get lost? Happy Thanksgiving? I don't know anymore.
Thank you. Good night.